So earlier in the video, I mentioned about this no-brainer tactic for making short-term profits in the market will work over 80% of the time. So what if it doesn't work? And here is exactly what I'm going to talk about right now. The escape route. What's wonderful about technical analysis is it inspires us to make good buying setups on the offensive side, but it also provides us insights, scientific methods for escaping, especially when things start to turn bad against our original prediction about the market. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you guys an example of how to go for the escape route in case if something goes wrong. Escape route. Here's an example of the stock TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, so as you can see, back in July 2022, you can see uptrend right here, an uptrend with a big price gap in it. Okay, July the 6th or maybe July the 7th, around these 2 days, the gap has been created. So you determine the lower opening of the price gap, which is your buying price. So in this case, 75.4. 2 months later, roughly, the stock prices start to come down. So when I was aware of this, I start to think of placing my limit price order. When I see the price coming down, I start thinking it's about time to place my limit order. And I did, let's say in September, at the price of 75.4, okay? The same as the low opening of the gap, as I said before. And then I waited and waited, and finally on September 22nd, the limit order has been executed, okay? Right here, 22nd of September at 75.4. But however, instead of following my original prediction, which is the stock price will take a rebound and go back up as soon as it fills the gap right here, it went against my initial prediction, which you can see right here. On the next following days, since my limit order has been completed, right here, the price has dropped and closed well below 75.4, which is basically lower than my buying price, lower than this red line I drew right here. Okay, the red line is basically the lower opening of the gap, my buying price. For at least 3 days and more, of course, when you see the rest of the chart, when the closing price drops below your buying price, then it's time for you to think of. Because this price you bought your stock is meant to be the major support of this stock you're buying. So if the closing price closes lower than price you place this order, this is a signal. This is a sign that this trade might be a failure. So it's about time to think about cut loss. Okay? This is the best advice I'm going to give you about escape route. Cut your losses when things start to go bad at the beginning phase. Okay? Don't hesitate. Just cut your loss and find another setup and do it again. You'll make money sooner or later, trust me, but you don't want to end up making considerable losses because of one stupid trading you made just because you're not willing to cut your losses. Really, really important advice right here. So put this down in your notepad. Mark my words. Okay? This is life-saving shit I'm talking about here. Okay? If things start to go against your original prediction, I'm pretty sure most of the time you will have enough time to escape. You will have more than enough time to cut your losses because the stock TA itself did give you the warning signal already. So if the TA gives you the signal and you spot the signal, you know, you're aware of the signal, and if you still end up losing money, it's all your fault. And the reason why you're losing money is because you're being emotional and you're being lazy. Okay? Harsh words, but it's all true. It's for your own good. Okay? Trust me. Deep from my heart. Just to let you guys know, there's going to be more good content and analysis tutorials like this coming out in the near future. So please click subscribe if you don't want to miss out any goodies, any good stuff from this channel. Just go and click subscribe, please, 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 please do.